What's up, everybody? Welcome back into our Senior Bowl preview here this week, ProFootballNetwork.com. We're taking a look at some of the most underrated players that have been invited to the Senior Bowl this week. Obviously, as practice is going on, the game this Saturday, January 30th, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, all that action kicks off. We have you covered here, Pro Football Network. But we talked about in our last installment, the linebacker position. We're focused on the defensive side. We're going to take a look at the cornerback position, a position that requires you to be smart, physical, and if you're undersized, you have to make up for it with heart and with effort. I'm Cody Rourke, senior NFL analyst of ProFootballNetwork.com, and I'm joined today to talk about some of these exciting prospects this week in Mobile, Alabama, and that is our NFL draft analyst, Ian Cummings, and Dalton Miller. Dalton, I want to start things off here with you first on today's installment of our Senior Bowl preview. There's a specific guy that if anybody's been following you on Twitter, at Dalton B. Miller, you have been talking about ad nauseum. You've been talking about him extensively. You love his skill set. Obviously, take it away. Who's your player that you're watching this week at the Senior Bowl?
Syracuse's Ifeatu Melifonwu. Spoke with him the other day. He was a fantastic interview. Obviously, he's the brother of Obi Melifonwu. He is 6'3". He played anywhere between 208 and 215 pounds at cornerback. And all you need to do is pop on the UNC and Clemson tape, and you're looking at a dude who, in my opinion, it's only my opinion, but I believe he is that bottom end of the first round type talent. He is an absolute freak of nature athletically, and he is still getting better technically at the position. He's not the only guy that I'm excited about, but he is definitely the guy that I will, be watching the most throughout this week. Only because I do want to see how he reacts in these short areas, because as a longer corner, and I'm not somebody who traditionally likes big, long corners, because in a league that has gone more towards route running, they just can't keep up. They can't use their physicality to their advantage as much. I think seeing him in those short areas is going to be huge for his draft stock this week. But there are other names that are really exciting here as well. Keith Taylor from Washington and Elijah Molden, also from Washington, are both two really big names. Thomas Ambry from Michigan, or Ambry Thomas is what I meant there. And then also another guy that I'm looking at is Trey Norwood from Oklahoma, just because I haven't really gotten to get my eyes on him, but I literally have people telling me all the time, like, this is a dude that you have to watch. I just got to be in the mood to watch Big 12 corners, man.
Well, Ian, I'm going to throw it to you now. One of the things we see in the NFL quite often is we see people labeled, are you a boundary corner or are you a field side corner? Or are you a guy that it doesn't matter if you're playing field or boundary, you're going to lock up against the opposing wide receiver, number one, offensive threat there. Obviously, we take a look at guys like Jalen Ramsey, who follows number one wide receiver around the NFL. Are there any guys at the Senior Bowl this week that maybe have that status?
Yeah, first off, I could just tell how excited Dalton was to talk about Melifonwu. It was palpable on his face, but it is exciting to talk about those guys who are athletic and can present matchup, nightmares for offenses. And I think there's a lot of guys who have that versatility. Molden is a guy he brought up who can play in the slot and just brings that energy, brings that fire. One guy that I'm really excited to see, though, is Central Arkansas's Robert Rochelle. Rochelle is I don't know if you read Bruce Feldman's Freaks earlier in the year, but Rochelle has reportedly insane numbers. I can't remember off the top of my head. 41-inch vertical, I think 130-something broad jump, sub 4.40, I think. So he is just an insane athlete, and it's all around 6'1", 6 foot, 196. So he has the potential to be very good on the boundary. He has to make the leap, which the Senior Bowl will help kind of present that potential for him. But he's super athletic. He's long. He can be physical. I really like his ability to rise vertically at the catch point and impact the ball. He had 10 interceptions and I think 38 pass deflections over 4 years. So the production's there. The athleticism is there. The only thing he needs to prove is, hey, I can run with the big guys. So we'll see if he can do that. But he's another guy, another one of those athletic specimens who you can just do more with. At the end of the day, it can be as simple as that. Can you do more with this player? And, you need to mold them, but the potential's there. So I'm really excited to see what you can do.
The quarterback position is so important right now. I say probably now so more than ever in the NFL. We don't really see the age of the shutdown cornerback that's really going to hold a top receiver to 0 catches, 0 total yards. Somebody's going to get theirs unless you're Michael Thomas in the playoffs. So obviously he was playing hurt. But in terms of obviously some of these Senior Bowl prospects, one of the things we have to keep an eye on is who can develop, what system are they going to be put in, and can they thrive and flourish. Obviously this week at the Senior Bowl, our good friend, our NFL draft insider, Tony Pauline, is down there in Mobile, Alabama. He's going to have all the insight. Make sure you guys follow him on social media. Check out his work as well, profootballnetwork.com. There will be live updates all week long as practice ensues at the Senior Bowl. Now, one of the next positions we're going to be talking about in our next installment, folks, is the defensive line, the hogs on that defensive interior. Be sure to join myself, Ian, and Dalton for that next installment.